So LA Galaxy has finally made official the signing of Chicharito Hernandez from the club Sevilla. He's been linked with them for I don't know. He's been linked with the MLS for countless summers, and he's finally made it official. The 31-year-old comes to the club after not settling in Sevilla, after probably 20 appearances he probably made in total, and after only netting uh, one goal in 9 league appearances and netting I think 3 goals in 6 cup appearances. He really didn't settle into the club, and he didn't really fall into the plans of Lopetegui in the long run. But what this means for LA Galaxy is they finally got that marquee signing. They finally got that person that's gonna replace Zlatan. That's gonna be as marketable as him as well. And to the Mexican fans, it's gonna be tremendously, because this is probably the player they wanted. This is the man they wanted. And the fee was agreed on Friday of last week, but he finally came on Tuesday, and LA Galaxy paid 8.5 million euros, which is equivalent to 9.4 million dollars, and they agreed on a 3-year contract, giving Hernandez a guaranteed salary of $6 million plus incentives, which I think a lot of sources were claiming, but they were saying that it was going to be approximately $7 million, which he's going to be like basically the highest paid player in the league. And I mean, I'm not saying he deserves it, but I mean, the guy has the name. I'm pretty sure with what he can do or what he can bring to this team, he's going to be able to bring something that a lot of people, especially he's going to bring the people to the stadium, which is the first thing that the club was waiting for. But other than that, he's got the quality, he's got the goals, he's been at the top clubs, he's been at Manchester United, Real Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, West Ham, Sevilla, and he's just another one that is going to be added onto the great number of players that have played for LA Galaxy. We'll see if he can actually give them a title, because LA Galaxy is the highest team, or like the biggest team basically around the world, with the biggest names playing for them. And other than that, they have the most league cups, the most MLS cups, which is 5. And I'm pretty sure Chicharito could probably win one there as well. And he's a poacher. When he's in goal, he can score any type of goal, and he just gets on the end of the ball. And like I said, they're trying to fill the hole on and off the pitch. And off the pitch, he's going to be a celebrity. I mean, he's in LA. It's one of the biggest cities here in America. And I mean, there's a lot of Mexican fans out there as well. And even not Mexican fans, I'm pretty sure there's Manchester United fans that reminisce the days when they were actually pretty good, or I don't know, maybe German fans, Bayer Leverkusen fans, I'm not so sure. Premier League fans, I'm pretty sure everyone has like a soft spot for Chicharito. I'm not so sure. I'm just making an assumption. But like I said, he's been linked with countless MLS clubs before, with Orlando City, with Chicago Fire. And I mean, there's a lot of questions to be asked. He's going to be competing against his teammate, or his fellow compatriot, Carlos Vela, who's won the MLS MVP this past season. And I think it's another reason that he's coming into the club, because he wants to pick up his form. He didn't get that form. He didn't get that regularity to be playing like he did in other clubs. He wasn't guaranteed that in Sevilla, and I feel like he's trying to squeeze that one World Cup out of himself and still be on that roster for that next World Cup that's in 2022. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he could do it. I'm not going to say that he's going to be number one, because I feel like there's a better forward out there in Mexico, and that's Raul Jimenez, who is actually just killing it in the Premier League with Wolves. And I mean, he's going to be the first one. But during his time in his peak in like 2011, I would say, to like, I don't know, 2016, 2017, this guy was number one. He was the number one forward, because I don't think there was anyone better than him in Mexico. Not saying that he was number one forward everywhere, but yeah, he had his stint in Chivas, where he started. He was there for 4 years, won La Apertura in 2006. Then he moved to Manchester United after that World Cup run. And I'm not sure if it was because of the World Cup or if it was agreed before, but he enjoyed a small time in Manchester United, where it was like his first few seasons were really great. I think his first two, and then after that, he was mostly benched during most of that time. But his first season was probably the best one, where he scored almost 20 goals. I think he scored like 18 or 19. I'm not certain, but he was like, I think, the second highest goal scorer in that Manchester United team. And they reached the Champions League final. They played against Barcelona. But I mean, then he moved on, and I mean, he went to Germany as well, like I said before. But he did enjoy a great stint of time in Manchester United, where he scored a bunch of great goals, and where a lot of Manchester United fans remember him for what he did and what he contributed. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's like the best goal scorer, but he's a poacher. If you put anything in that box, he would get on it. Not literally, but he was more of a player that would just cut into space, and he would just be always open. And then that came with the loan spell to Real Madrid, where he was also a good player, and he also gave them moments of enthusiasm, and he did his best there as well. And he scored quite a few goals, but it wasn't enough for them to keep him or for them to buy him. But I felt like it was good competition for Benzema. Then after that, he went to Bayer Leverkusen, where I think that was his second best stint in Europe, where that was like one of his best stretches. I think he scored 39 goals in all competitions for Bayer Leverkusen. But I think he was there for like 2 seasons, but he was really showing out in that Bayer Leverkusen squad. And he was one of the best signings that they had, I'm pretty sure, during those few seasons. And then after that, he went to West Ham United, where I think he scored like, I'm not so sure how many he scored there, but he scored like 13 competitions, 9 goals. It wasn't that many. He wasn't there that long. I think he was only there for like a season and a half, I think. And even though he was just there, I think he just missed the Premier League and he wanted to go there. But it really didn't last, because after that, he went to Sevilla, where I felt like he was just trying to find that club that was going to give him those regular minutes that he was looking for. And I mean, Sevilla wasn't the club for it, and I felt like that was what made him decide that it was finally time to go somewhere else, finally time to try a new league. And since MLS was guaranteeing, like, they love Mexican players, they always want those type of players, and him being like one of the biggest from the past decade, one of the biggest players in Mexico, and with the results and the teams that he's played in, they want these types of players at these clubs. And knowing the market, there's a big fan base that's Mexican, and there's a lot of Mexican fans in LA and in California, and they know that they'll fill up that stadium with all these fans if they buy this type of signing. So they had Zlatan, and he was one of the best players to ever play the game. But with this signing, they do guarantee those minutes to Chicharito that he wasn't guaranteed in Sevilla, because Sevilla had 4 forwards. It was like De Jong, Munir, then it was Chicharito, and then it was, I think it's the Brar or something, I'm not sure. But like I said, in that pecking order, so he had 2 forwards in front of him. And like I said, it just all depends on him. He's just trying to get to the World Cup, I'm pretty sure, and he's going to do the best that he can. I mean, he has 156 goals and 424 appearences, and he's won with Manchester United. He's won the league in 2010, 2011 season, 2012, 2013, and the Apertura from 2006. And I mean, it's all up to him. He's got the qualities. He knows what he wants, and yeah. So basically, this is all I gotta say. Subscribe and peace out.